Okay, here we are in Leaping Golden. We've done a bunch of shifting around of things. We've gone from Golden, we've gone up to Field and then back again, picking up things, dropping them off on a slope. So that was fun. That's always fun. We've got... there's a new one too. No, we're going to do this one. I'm going to continue on with this. So let me start the... let me get here to the screen. So you're there. I'm here. Yes. Okay. I'm going to look at my Twitch. Yes. I monitor my Twitch screen too. Okay, so Leaping Golden part. Start. I guess we got a manifest. We got a consist. We're taking over the slope. We'll see what we got. We got red wine and chili is simmering. Oh no, we're driving this thing. Isn't that pretty flowers? Matsuhara line in Japan, I guess. That looks interesting too. This is challenge driving in Germany. Pull forward, clear switch to reach your stock on field siding 3. Okay. Let's I can never remember which one changes this. Easy. Okay, so we've got the easy. I think Control Shift 1 makes it more the harder. So if we look here, we're here, and our cargo is on 3, so it's 2 over. So let's put it in reverser, put the reverser in forward, give it a bit of. There's our buddy. Where's the cow? Break off. Which one was 3? Oh yeah, it is 2 tracks over. So there's 3 up there. We'll get there. Eventually. Oh, don't need that much brake. Looks like we can take it back off again. And we may make it. Look at the back end here. Yeah, we will. We'll just creep ahead enough. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we've cleared enough. It's really annoying when you haven't. Like that. And you're like, just a smidge. Yeah, see, now we're clear. Okay. And... damn. What was the problem? Because sometimes you're obviously clear and it doesn't let you go. Now this guy's worried that we're going to pull onto the line. No, we're not. We're good. He's probably still got a red, does he? No. No. And I'm not. Well, I sort of am, you know? I'm looking at the track there. Sorry, buddy, my bad. I wonder why he stopped. I mean, it's good that he stopped. Strange that it it's just strange that it didn't, there's no signal there. A Friday stream, yeah. Well, I had chili is cooking. Ooh, let's get more brakes here. A lot more brakes, a lot more brakes, a lot more brakes. There. Head to Cathedral, main to east. No. This morning I had to finish a story I was writing. I do a Flash Fiction Friday. If you look at flashfictionfriday.ca, it's a site I have where I do prompts for people, mostly me. So I had to finish. It was due noonish. So this morning I had to finish that Valentine story and start a new one. And then this afternoon, well, had to try to shovel the car out and got stuck, had to get it pushed out, and then I just put on chili and I thought I'd drive for a bit, have some wine, let the chili simmer. My girlfriend's in the living room, browsing on her lap. Browsing on her iPad on her lap. So our task is go there, then go there, and then go there, and then stop at Partridge. So we can do that. The ribs were awesome. The ribs were very good. We packed them up, brought them for supper. They dried out a little bit because when we got there, the hostess stuck them in the oven. Just a warm oven. And I'd wrapped them in foil, but I hadn't really sealed it. So, you know, they might have lost 10% moisture sort of thing. Just a little bit. Nothing drastic. They were still really good. And people quickly use their fingers. It's pretty hard to use knife and fork with ribs. It's like trying to use a knife and fork with... let's hang out the window here. Like trying to use a knife and fork with chicken wings, right? Just doesn't work. Aries Dragon, hello. I guess I should post the recipe for the ribs, eh? Things to do. I'll put it on my Discord, because it's a damn fine recipe. I didn't see a whistle thing, but they don't always have whistle things. We can turn this bell off now. Yeah, it works with it's a dry rub. Well, you can mix up a dry rub from the recipe or any dry rub you want. There's a rib place in Toronto, or a barbecue place in Toronto called Barks Barbecue on Roncesvalles in Toronto, near my girlfriend's, and we go there occasionally for barbecue. And they also sell their rub, different flavors of it. So this is the game and rib one, I think. So, but all to say, dry rub, pork or beef. I use pork and back or side, and add, you peel off that membrane on the inside, and then put the rub on both sides and put them on a baking tray. I put them on top of those wire frames that they use for cooling cookies and cakes on. Keeps them out of the grease. And put them in at 300 or a little under, maybe 290. And after an hour, you turn them. You don't turn the ribs over. You just rotate the tray, just in case there's a hot spot or a cold spot in your oven. And every half hour you do that. So it's 1 hour and then half, a half. So 3 hours total. Then you take them out, let them rest a bit. Maybe wrap them in foil. They're pretty easy and they're pretty good. Yeah, let's get some speed here. Yeah, we came up here, the last, doing the yard work, we came up here and it was getting dark, and it's kind of a challenge. We were backing up, we were pushing 3 or 4 cars up here, and you can't see. You can do there's the back of the train view like this, so I could go to the back of the train and look like this, but it was dark, you can't really see, and if you're in the engine, you can't see anything. So, sorry, got a bunch of mouse buttons set up and I forget which is which. Yes it would. Would my rib recipe work with chicken wings? Would it work with soup? Yes. Sorry. Gamey ribs? Yeah, well the recipe is for game or ribs. This ooh, that's close to the track. The recipe, this rub, you might have to cook them longer, maybe 275 instead of 300. And the recipe says too, if you want to, like you have this whole, like a big rack in there, so if you want to see if they're cooked, what you do is you just use the tongs, lift it sort of by the middle, it like sort of bows down, and see how much it starts to open up. So, might with chicken wings, I can't remember. I think I've used this rub. I can't remember what temperature, you know. Ask the Google. Need some lights here. The problem with this game is they get a lot of bloom off their light. So I got a 2.2% slope. I've done some runs on this coming down the other way. And it's, this slope is a challenge. Although in this game, I've learned you can either set slightly less brake and use the dynamic braking to control things, or slightly more brake and just use the throttle to keep it rolling. So, your choice. You know, for all the bloom you get from the headlight, you'd think it'd be brighter. It's like, you know, I'm used to, you know, I'm used to Truck Simulator. Like, we got all these lights in the front. We got 4 headlights. I'm used to Truck Simulator where we have high beams, or you can have a whole bunch of lights on the top of your Scania, and you light up the world. Anyways, thanks for popping in, people. I'm glad you caught me. Like I said, my plan was to do a morning run, but ooh, it's close to the track. My plan was to do a morning run, but mile marker 135. Oh, I think because we've passed field, so now we are. No, we haven't. Why is it 135? Let's look here. See, where are we? Trying to see Cathedral. Oh, we have passed Golden. I went out and shoveled. The snow is, well, we had like 29 centimeters plus more, so probably 32 centimeters. And at 2 centimeters to an inch, roughly, that's about 16 inches, so it's a lot of snow. And then it started to rain just a bit today, just a little bit, so just enough to wet it down. So I shoveled it. I had to shovel it off. I shoveled it off the hood of my car towards the snowbank, so it was easier to shovel, like towards my little walk. And then I shoveled it off the back, just into the pile of snow behind it. I could not get out because my car gets stuck in the ice. I don't use my car very often, so what happens is it's thaws and freezes and thaws and freezes, and I end up sitting in a skating rink. And when I say in a skating rink, I mean the tires are sometimes an inch sunk into it, so that sucks. Luckily my landlord was out there and he's a young, hale and hearty guy, so I got him to give me a push. And I was almost getting out. I tried using, there's a trick where you can put the floor mats under the wheels and use those for traction. You just grab them and spit them out the back, so. You know, I think I have traction mats. Oh well. The T region map. Is that a typo? Or what is the T region? Oh, tunnels. It's dark considering it's 8 in the morning, but... Well, it's dark considering it's a tunnel, but other than that... but I've been in the Rocky Mountains. We were there years ago camping. It was kind of neat because... You know... Suddenly it got dark really fast. And suddenly it was morning. But, you know, the sun is behind the mountains and you're kind of in this valley and it's dusk-like for quite a bit. But yeah, ancient, let me know what do you mean by T region? Oops, speeding. I'm not doing a career, so I'm not losing points if I speed. 38% throttle. It's good. It's good. So the next one, I think, well, there's an interesting CP coal one that goes across here in the wintertime. And I think it has a heavy load of coal. So that'd be interesting. That'd be a challenge. But again, you're going west to east. There's also the B&O Railway, which is a fun one. There's the Adriana County. There's a number of scenarios. The B&O Railroad is just a DLC. They call it T-Region because they plan on having Netherlands, Germany, and Belgium on a 1.2. Ah, yes. Interesting, at a 1.2 scale. Had not heard about that. Is there information about it on the SCS forum? So I can look on the forum. I can look on the SCS forum and see what's there. Now, all to say, if it's a new map, I'm gonna have to start a new profile, so I may have to use a cheat file to get enough to buy a truck. Yellow? Why have we got a yellow? Maybe there's somebody ahead. Well, there's somebody there, but you don't know the track, but the Hungary map has a, speaking of income, the Hungary map is a one. I forget now. Is it a 1-to-3 scale? I forget what the Hungary map is, but it's a better scale. But he has implemented that with low income. But I don't think he's changed the fines on accidents. It'd be nice if the game had better, worse, whatever. Hey, Southpaw Fox, waves high, waves back. It'd be better. I was thinking of ATS would be better if they had a fine system or a consequences for accidents in terms of, well, like you lose points on a regular driver's license. If you get in an accident, you get a fine, but you lose points. You lose too many points, you lose your license. So what they should do is they should take away the skills, you know, some of the skill points, experience points in for your truck in ETS, ATS if you get too many accidents. Like if you lost enough points, you would no longer qualify for that nice. You know, you were a 24, you qualified for that nice big engine, and now you're not a 24, you're a 20. So I would like that. But yeah, put a link on. Let me know. Let me know. Ancient. Let me know where T-Region is, if it's in SCS forum. Or put a link in my put a link in the Discord, and I definitely will check it out. And yeah, I'll drive it next week. Need a bit more juice here. We're at 2.2%, but we're Cathedral Main East. We have to go. And then, so go Cathedral, that's where we are, and then go Yoho, and then go to Partridge. So we're going through both tunnels. more wine. Oh, I should turn this down, eh? This, I don't think this is so high. I had it higher before because I wanted to read all the orders. They were a challenge. It was a challenge to read them. Where am I dropping off? Where am I going? Oh yeah, let's do a save when in doubt. Here we are. I believe going through a spiral tunnel. The sign will probably say tunnel. Yo ho. Yo ho. Ho, and a bottle of scotch. I know, like at an ATS, ETS, there is a, before every tunnel, when you're driving on the highway, there's a little sign that says tunnel, just to explain what this big hole is that you're driving into. So this is a 1.6. See, so coming down here, you'd set the brakes for 1.6. Either a little too much or a little less, but whatever you set, however many pounds you set for 1.6. You know, on here, on the brake cylinder, which is 0 right now. Then, as you came down the hill and got it at 2.2, then you could just increase the brake pressure a little bit. Put a bit more on the cylinder and you're good. Once you got to a place where it decreased, then you have to figure out what you want to do. You can add more power. Eventually, though, you're just burning up your brakes. Ah, okay. No, yeah, I know. I've done other profiles. I've done other profiles with Hungary Map and stuff like that, or the Dalton Highway. My only concern with doing another profile is I gotta start over again. I got no money. I gotta start over again to make enough money to buy a truck to actually take some interesting cargoes and explore. But you know, there's a couple of cheat files. There's a cheat file that does XP and another one on the workshop and one that does money. But you also get given jobs to you, too, don't you? So if you just want to explore the map, then you just say, give me a job, and you take it. Well, yeah, like I've done that before for other maps where you do the, yeah, those, there's a money, oh, I love this part. Look at this, look at this. Don't you love the way we're just floating in the air? It's a virtual bridge. And that, you know, that sign floats in the air saying, oh, there's a bridge coming. The bridge railing floats in the air. It's funny, you know, this has been out for a while. This has been out, I think this set of scenarios for this route has been out for several years, so it's funny that he hasn't fixed that. Or maybe he says, yes, I know it's there, but we'll just leave it for entertainment value. Ah, well, now you have me, you've intrigued me now. Ancient, I may take a peek at that. Perhaps tomorrow morning when I wake up early and I'm wondering what to do, I can look for T region. Is it in fact available through SCS Forum, or where do I find it? And I think I need to check my chili. So don't go away, folks. More wine. There we go. By the way, Marwin, By the way, for the map to work, you need going east, Scandinavia, France, and Italia. Well, strangely enough, the Agent Secret, I have all those DLCs. Because I'm a sucker for DLC, so. You don't need Baltic, so that's one you don't need, but. Continue. There we go. Yeah, you've intrigued me now. I'm gonna try that. Yoho East. Oh yeah, and then I go through the other tunnel, and then I come out of Partridge. We'll see what I do after this. Like more wine. My girlfriend was working on her blog, but she gets a little... was bothering her. Oh yeah, so in this map, what happens, I guess I missed it. What happens is that it looks fairly plain, and then the game tries to map all these trees to a blank hill like this one. And it has an oh my god moment, and it runs out of fingers and toes to count on. Drops to, you know, 8 FPS for a couple of seconds, and then, okay, I'm good, we're good. Well, I like the way people, I like the way people add stuff in games, whether it's Grand Theft Auto or Train Simulator or, you know, ETS2. Developers leave things. We had, yes, it was Valentine's, and it was the first of Valentine's we've spent together, and we exchanged bling and such in the morning, and then went to our friend's place for Valentine's dinner. Actually, they're going away. It's people that she grew up with at university, so she's known them forever. So we've never been able to hold it Partridge. We've never been able to hook up, so we did. So that was good. And we took I took a lift there, like an Uber. Took a lift because well, A, my car was still covered in snow, and unbeknownst to me, it was stuck. And B, and I wanted to drink and drive when somebody else is driving, so yeah, we had a nice evening. Tonight will be, oops, where are we? Chile. 1908. Yeah, that's when these tunnels were done. These spiral tunnels were done a hell of a long time ago. It doesn't really help to be on left or right, actually, does it? What about if you're inside? What's the inside button? This one? This one? This one. Damned if I know. Do we have the lights on? Yes, we do. They just don't do any good. So today was, yeah. Today they were testing out a new bowling alley above us. I joke, the landlady's having some construction work done because of a leaking roof and damaged ceilings and stuff like that. So she's got a whole crew in there. So there were like 5 worker guys up there and stomping around and clomping and dropping things and moving things, but shit, they worked hard. Which is good, but it sounded like a bowling alley. And I was telling her, I said, I was thinking, A, why a bowling alley? And B, what's happening to your floors? But apparently they covered the floors with plastic and paper, so the hardwood floors are not screwed up, so that's impressive. Sorry, TV from map will be different. Well, quality is about quantity at our mod, and you will sure recognize our work. The map will be a standalone map with a scale of 1.2. They did not wake her up. She has, since falling in a hole several years ago, she has no hearing in one ear, and she has really good earplugs. So she puts the really good earplug in the other ear. And she sort of half woke up with like, I wonder what that is. Is that thunder? But no, like she slept. She just slept through it all, and it wasn't too bad. I was out in the living room and they were crash bang walloping, but I was finishing up a story. But it was I had sort of done the creative stuff, and I was just filling in the blanks of it, and so. And you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know. We had a really bad winter with freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing, and ice dams formed on the roof, and water came in, and the apartment ceiling above is screwed up, and so they got to get it fixed. So actually did not wake me up. I got up about 9, but they didn't start till after 9, or maybe 8:30 they came in. But sometimes these guys are 7:30, but no, 8:30 they came in and started setting up. So that was good. You know, I get up at 9 usually, 8:39, and you know, we go to bed at midnight, 12:30. I get up at 8:39, have some cereal, make a coffee, sit down at my laptop in the living room with a nice view out the window. We need, oh yeah, I was just not sure which track we were on. I hit the tab just in case I needed to request clearance at danger, but it said red and then yellow. So yellow is red, means main track, no. This track, yes. This guy's been waiting here for a long time, you know. What has he got? Empty running containers. Jeez. Sucks to be you, buddy. Well, no, I mean, but it's, well, I guess it's an easy run, right? He was trying to impress his friends. It was nice here today, though. It was, I mean, I was out, it turned to be, well, nice. Nice is relative, okay? When you've had snowmageddon, when it gets up to +2°C, like a little bit of a 32°F in the sun, it's nice. So I was out cleaning up the car and clearing up, shoveling snow, but it was nice. And then she went out for a walk, took her camera, went up to the wine rack to get some cider, and got me some spices and bourbon spice. Took some photos. So hurricane, blizzard, tornado, earthquake, something like Sim City does that. Is it Sim? SimCity? SimCity, you can program, you can actually program how many natural disasters you want. Now in ATS and ETS, they have random accidents and random detours, so they have stuff that happens. It would be nice in this train simulator if they had random rock falls before you got there. You had to wait while they cleared the track or something, or I don't know. You can run this. The weather is fixed for a scenario. So when you're running when you're designing a scenario, you decide what the season is and what the weather is going to be. So you can have a blizzard in winter in this game, but it's going to be for the whole 30 minutes or half an hour or whatever. It's not as if I'd be driving like this and suddenly there's a blizzard or a tornado or a locust or something. So, okay, I hear you. I hear you. Partridge in 3 minutes. You know, I might do another one. Might just keep going here. Then I'll finish this scenario. And after Partridge, I'm up the spiral. I've still got the pass to go over, Kicking Horse Pass. But then it's Lake Louise and Eldon, so... You've intrigued me now, Ancient, for that T region. Like I said, I really enjoy games like, well, SCS or ATS. They both have made the interface. They have left the interface open so people can design stuff around it. And some games keep it protected because they don't want to. They want to, I don't know, it's a closed shop or whatever. But it just keeps these guys going. You know, there's one I want to try with you guys. The in this, the Ariane. What the hell is it? Let me look. Let's look and see what we got. Oh no, I'd have to quit to do that. I don't want to quit. I'll check it out after I finish this run, before we start another one. So yeah, Partridge sighting. This is the sighting of the CP train 9237, I forget the number, that crashed last week. Started from. Winter, cold, sitting on the Partridge sighting, 1.9%, 2% grade. And they were sitting in emergency for a couple hours. Apparently they had gone into emergency because they'd exceeded the speed limit of might have been 50, and now they're quoting it in miles per hour, I think. Ooh, request to pass signal, a danger denied? Really? Shit. Why have we stopped here? Oh, is this Partridge? Oh, it is Partridge. Sorry, we're at Partridge. Okay. Hopefully we don't lose points if we were there. You might have a stalled drop up ahead in Steven. I need to call them for details. Give me a few minutes. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, up next, coming soon. Living Gold Part 6 scenario complete. A small drop ahead in Steven, so... Okay. So let me show you what I was talking about. Adriana County. Adriana County is a new one, or is a non-dovetail, and has a bunch of little runs and stuff. The other one that I just loaded was this B&O King. And if you look at the B&O actually in career, the B&O has all sorts of stuff you can try in career, and maybe get a check mark, maybe get a little star because you did so well in life. But the other one is the back in where we were in our Canadian mountain passes. There was this one that I just saw. That's 3 or 4. It's a series. It's a CP400 regional manifest train bound for Toronto. Let me just start it to see what the hell they mean, because I'm pretty sure Toronto is not on this map. So let's just let it load and we'll see exactly what it says. Come on now. Ooh, Coastal. Buy it for 25% off. Yeah. You too can spend $4,000 on DLCs. Not that we're bitter about it. No. Jeez. Louise? Good morning. The road ahead is clear. When you're ready to depart, we see it on the south track. Finally, soon have a safe trip. RTC. Oh, shit. Look at this. We got one hell of a train. Okay. What do we have? It's winter. And, sorry, let's do, I don't know, 7. Let's do 8. Let's see what we have. Coal. Oh, and a thing. Oh, it's a mixed manifest, but it's one hell of a... It's got, I think, 2. Look at all the Canadian flags. Isn't that nice? Isn't that pretty? So where are we going on this map? Where do we go? Have they added Toronto? South track. So where are we? We're starting here at Revelstoke. So we're starting in BC. South track, really, blah blah blah, show task, and we ended up glacier sliding east. So interesting. It's gonna go via. So could be an interesting run. It's in the winter time. I'm not sure how many. We got that one, and then we got that one, and then we got that one, and then we got... Oh, so we got 3. We only have 3, so hopefully it's not a heavy consist. Okay, but we're not going to do that. We may go back and do the other one. So our ending of this is Leaving Golden Part 6. And let me just check my chili, okay? It looks like it's just simmering along, but unfortunately it's still, the carrots are still al dente, right? Bad idea. Ow! Shit, I managed to pinch my finger between the chair arm and the desk. Oh, we don't have to do a drop. Straight here in Eldon, and Stephen, a westbound freight, needs one of their local switch down there, taking up a siding there. Oh, so we're finishing up, just go for it. Okay, and apparently we're heading still uphill. At some velocity. And it's, oh, it doesn't say how long it is. These are maybe 30 minutes, these scenarios. They're longer if I forget to accelerate, but we will. And then this, looking at the slope, there's about half the slope going down that we had going up, so it's not that bad, but still. One must still pay attention. Let's hang out the window here. It's a nice view, and just sort of grin and get bugs in your teeth. Oh, sorry. No, well, I mean, you could do an option, right? I agree. New players. And what they maybe need to do is just have two modes. New players, it's easy to make money. You know, new players, it's easy to make money, and the fines are low, and you know, and there's no consequence. And then you click an option there, and you load a different database or whatever the hell you do, and now you have less economy and more consequences for fines. And yeah, so no, I don't want to. I know ATS is particularly sensitive to the SCS is particularly sensitive to the ATS market, because it looks like I got the impression they had dumbed down the game when they rolled it out to the US. Just to attract more new viewers, because maybe they figured, like, the European viewers are hardcore. I don't know if they ever would do that, but I like it. I like it. It's my idea, and I like it. So, yes, I'll say that. Did they dumb down the game, or did they get lazy and try to be quick buck? Well, maybe it was one of those win-wins, you know? Let's dumb down the game. We can roll it out faster, and well, maybe too, it was let's dumb down the game and roll it out faster and see what the take is. And if people like it, we'll keep going. And if people don't like it, they'll be like, oh well, back to ETS2, the hell with ATS. So, you know, it's hard to know what they did. I can see several different scenarios playing out from political / marketing point of view, but maybe they. I think they're fairly savvy. Oh, and we got a 25 limit too, so I guess we could be booting it to whatever we're booting it to. It's our this is our last go to. So center player down here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me cut that back a bit. Usually what happens is I have too much throttle, then I do this. Sorry. Center player, go via show task. Sieve and South track. Divide. Lake Louise East. This is going downhill. Eldon approach. Eldon yard 1. I think I just stopped. No slope here. Look, it's 0.5%. So it's barely enough to slow me down if I want to back off the gas here, or the diesel. There's the Trans-Canada Highway over there. Sorry, you'd never seen me give a thumbs down to what? Snow removal in Ottawa? My son and I both gave a thumbs down to No Man's Sky for quite a while. We gave a personal thumbs down to Wargame Red Dragon because we were incapable of playing it. Oh, the scenarios. Well, there's not a lot of gradation there. That's my problem, really. If the scenario crashes, I give it a thumbs down. Or if it's hopelessly screwed up and complicated and impossible to play because they've got trains showing up where they shouldn't be, I give it a thumbs down. But anything else, you get a thumbs up, really. So. Because unfortunately, there's no way to tell the developer. You know, thumbs down because the sidetrack and field went off into space and you fell down, into a pit. I don't really like it as a rating system, so I just, yeah, whatever. But I'm sure they get thumbs down from people who don't like the glare, or thought there was too many trucks on the highway, or didn't understand how to switch the cars and got screwed up because they hadn't paid attention to what order they were in. So I'll give them a thumbs down because. I'm hoping the developers take all thumbs up and down with a grain of salt. I know I take that approach with my writing. Somebody may or may not like your writing, but it may or may not be because it's actually bad writing, or maybe they just don't like that style, or maybe their eyes were tired and they couldn't read the book. Where are we here? Oh, I didn't see it. It's 8:49, so time is real rocketing along. I actually should really take off this. I'll just put the oops. Probably should have signaled that. Was there a W before that? Possibly not. I've noticed a lack of W for whistle warnings on this map. I'll watch carefully next time. Yeah, maybe I'll do the Arietta County one, or the B&O Railway, because the B&O Railway has a switchback that's kind of cool. It's a cool challenge. They go up a mountainside by doing switchbacks, meaning they just go back and forth and back and forth, and it's sort of like hairpin turns that a truck does, but what happens is the train goes up diagonally up the slope and then goes over a switch, does a little level bit, and then changes the switch and then backs up a slight slope and then a switch and a level bit. Change the switch, go ahead, up a slight slope, level bit, switch level bit, change the switch, back up, so you zigzag up a slope. It's kind of cool. I've seen cars go through the grate. I came up to a crossing and all the gates were down and cars were still driving through. And I tooted the horn again and they had stopped driving through, but possibly not up to me. And I'm guessing they're probably virtual cars. Virtual cars that I wouldn't really hit. But no. I hear where you're going. It would be nice in the game if you actually, well, not nice, but it would be interesting in the game if you actually could hit a car or a moose and sustain damage. There's no damage to the train ever. Green means, well, green on this track. Oh, and 35. Eventually. Now the front of the train is allowed to go 35, but unfortunately the back of the train is still locked at 25 until the back of the train enters this zone. You will not be moving along. Who's this guy? Oh yeah, maybe we'll have a crossing here, so I gotta watch to see if I have a W for a crossing. Right? Am I right? Yeah. Maybe there was one, I just wasn't paying attention and drove right by it. Well, yeah, we're sort of out of this little zone here. We're running out of opportunities for a road. No, still 25. Slow down, Gramps. Gotta get our ass end over there first. Oh, backhand has passed. We're now at 35 now. Let's boot it while we can. There we are. And 30K. Oh, we're going downhill. Let's put a little bit of brake on. Just a bit. £4. £4 is doing nothing. Let's give it another little tap here. It's £8. £8 is pulling it down. So you mean £8 is enough to just pull it down? The slope increases or decreases. Or 1.8. Let's try a bit of dynamic brake. Like that much. No, how about that much? How about that much? How about that much? I'm not hearing it, you know? I got just a bit of dynamic brake on there. I'm not hearing it though, that's weird. I'm gonna hear it go, and the engine just goes like hell. So I'm not seeing, actually yes, if I got dynamic brake, I'm not seeing any amps there. Let's try, engine info is 5. Oh, dynamic brake 47%. Okay. And minus 418 amps. Okay. I just was not seeing that, and I did not know if it was happening or not. And we could do less dynamic brake now because we've only got 1.1%. In fact, we could probably drop the whole damn thing off. It's a dynamic brake. This one, handbrake, drop it. This one. This one. What do we got here for brake pressure? And why are we slowing so much? Yeah, because we screwed up. Okay. Playing with the wrong button here. So no brakes on anybody, and we got 1.1% grade. we'll add a bit. You know, we've got, I don't know, 3 pounds. £6, £7. Hey, Mickey Gamer, how are you? And Grook, sorry. Gook. Gook, Scotland, hi, and Mickey Gamer. Sorry, I didn't notice you, Scotland. I was trying to figure out what was happening with my brakes here. Well, that was 35, so we can afford to go a little faster. I just want to tap in a bit of brake just to slow me down. Got 7 pounds down. Yes, we had a good dinner last night over at Friends. That good friends of hers that she's known since the university decades ago. And I brought ribs, so we had ribs, and she made potato salad, a good potato salad. Our hostess made some coleslaw. We had wine and beer, so had a good evening. Thanks. Let's get going here, hey? I was saying that I'll post my rib recipe up here too for people. Let's see what happens now. Probably gonna start going a little faster. Bit more. There we go. See? 34.7, 5.6. Oh well. Add a bit of juice. I've never made videos of cooking, but I do have the recipe. I think I'll put my ribs recipe up here on I'll put it on Discord on the recipe section. We're pretty well done this run. I think we've got a couple of things. We've got show task, Lake Louise East, Eldon. Where are we now? Yeah, we're good. Oh, I get you. Sorry. I thought you'd think, yes, you can stream yourself cooking or writing. Yeah, well, me writing. File editor IRL, just chatting. Oh, okay. Well, that'd be interesting. I could do that. I guess set up. Well, interesting. If I was going to do cooking. So set up my cell phone somehow, like in a corner looking down while I cook and talk, but yeah, I could do that. I gotcha. I'm thinking of, well, cams are pretty cheap, aren't they? I need more wine, and I need to check my chili. Yeah, or like a cam, like a body cam, like a GoPro. If you're cooking, maybe you want a GoPro on your chest that's streaming as you chop and stuff. Would that work? Maybe. I don't know, they're pretty cheap. So you're talking about a USB, yeah, like being an old fart, I'm amazed at how cheap things are. You know, that the fact that you can get a camera so cheaply. You know, 50 years ago, or even 20 years ago, if you'd suggested to somebody that they built a camera that size, that cheaply, that easily powered, they'd be like, "Well, what is this? You writing a science fiction novel? What is this?" Oh, 1080 and 360 autofocus, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I could. Somehow I think that a camera showing me writing would be fairly. Would I buy lingerie from a thrift store? No, and I do not donate underwear to a thrift store. I know that there's homeless people or poor people that shop at a thrift store and need underwear, but I can donate a package of underwear. You guys are crazy. I think I need more wine here. We've got Lake Louise in, oh, seems to be in a minute. Once I get Lake Louise, then my next break point is Eldon. So I'll tell you how far Eldon is away. So I do a Lake Louise. No, not necessarily. Although I was sitting with my girlfriend on the couch last night, feeling a little dozy, and then I suddenly woke myself up with my snoring. So she was quite tolerant of that. She said, "You fell asleep." Yeah. Yeah, USB as a cam, yeah. So would you do a split, Mike, would you do like a split screen? I mean, how are you going to control this while you're cooking? That'd be the best, I guess. Okay, we're going to find out in a second how long it's going to take us to finish this game, because I can smell the chili and I'm getting hungry. And I'm sure my girlfriend's getting hungry too, so. We'll just go like that because there's half a road. Eldon in 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna check my chili, so don't go away, folks. we'll thank you for being patient. What do I have? I have 3 screens. One is, let me get my tape off. I have a 24 and 2 that are 22. So my main screen is 24 inches. Then a left and right one are 22 inches. And luckily my video card, my 1050 Ti, whatever, has 3 plugs on the back. Luckily the 3 different screens I have will handle those formats. So what I normally do is I pop up my Twitch dashboard on one screen, on the right hand screen. Left hand screen I pop up OBS, the OBS software plus the Streamlabs chatbot, and the middle one is the 24 is the game. Shut up, Bell. So we got a bit of a slope coming from Lake Louise to Eldon, but not a lot. If anything, we got to just boot it here. And a laptop, yeah. So I'm pretty happy with this setup. I get good response. My video card is good. I've got enough memory now. I added gigs to memory, so I got enough memory now that I don't have memory issues. Processor's fast enough. I've got a good connection for the interwebs, so I don't have to, you know, I can run 4,000, you know, I can run at 4,000 and I'm good. Scream, well, laptop won't be screaming, but I might be streaming. So, I mean, I'm glad I've got a setup that I like, and so now I don't have to worry about the technology. I can just play the game. Now, as Ancient was saying, is it Ancient? T-Region. I'm gonna have to check T-Region. Oh, sorry, and I missed that. Sorry, I missed your comment, Ancient. Will I be streaming tonight, or is it maybe you can fit in a stream over the weekend? Yeah. I might do in the morning, you know, because I have mornings sort of free, so I might do, you know, like it's morning in the sense of Eastern Standard Time. It's 7:19 p.m. here in Ottawa, so possibly Saturday morning or Sunday morning. We'll see. And I might do that, tie to that T-Region. I'm going to take a quick look after I finish this game and go off tonight, and I'm going to see what T-Region looks like and download it. ETS, because I'm intrigued with like a 1.2 in Netherlands. What's our ETA? 24. 824. Well, and I wonder if that ETA changes if I actually go faster. 824.34. Oop. I just want to make sure I woke everybody up there. One of my trucks on ETS, one of my trucks at ETS has a horn like a train. I'm trying to think which one it is now. Is it the Mac? Or maybe the FLB, one of the FLBs. Damn nice horn, just like a train. I was talking to my garage mechanic who I've gone to for years a while ago about the you know, the wussy little horn you have on cars. And he said when he was younger, he actually put an actual air horn from a truck in his, you know, Toyota Corolla or whatever the hell it was. Ran it off the manifold. And it was a damn fine horn. But we're looking at 824 still, so I wonder if our time really changes. Because an ATS and ETS, the estimate is based on your current time, but if you speed up, then it says, oh, well, you're going to get there sooner. Nice mix, nice mix. It was my son's suggestion too when I bought this new computer a few years ago to get an SSD for my Windows to run Windows from. And then I would have problems, and he said, "So buy an SSD for your games." And I bought one SSD to run the games from, and you know, it wasn't that expensive, and it worked. You know, thank you, son. Nice having a techie son. I'm glad I gave an example to him. I have to teach my son how to solder. I got a 3-year diploma in, you know, late 60s in electronic technology, but one of the skills that we were taught and that I used in other jobs was how to solder fine electronic parts. And my son has got some hovercraft and stuff like this that he wants to mod. But you have to solder, so he's ordered a soldering gun. So on my list of things to do as part of my mentoring and teaching my son, who's 39, is how to solder. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be cool. I'll see if I remember. It's mostly a question of just keeping the heat down, being patient. It is easy-ish to do, but I mean, you know, there's some people who use a soldering gun, you know, those, you know, Weller soldering gun with this, which is more like if you want to solder a, you know, a cable to your battery terminal or something like this. But you can get soldering irons that are maybe 40 watts. We looked at this electronic place, and we had to solder in and out various, you know, inline components. You know, these 16, you know, 8+8 connector integrated circuits and stuff like this. And one of the guys we had working there, his hands shook, and it. Lord bless him, he did a good job at working, considering he was like a young man, but it's just his hands shook like he had Parkinson's. So, Armadine, good evening to you, my friend. Welcome to our trip here. Crank up the volume here, Gramps. I'm just finishing this off. I've got chili cooking in the kitchen, and my girlfriend is sitting and doing emails and odds and ends in the living room, but is 7:24. So the chili will be good soon, so we'll have chili and toast, veggies or something, and then sit and chat. I think tomorrow, we've had a lot of snow here in Ottawa. It was warm-ish today, but not too warm. It was okay. I think tomorrow, if we can, we're going to go snowshoeing. She brought her snowshoes with her. And we've got, you know, 1.5 feet snow out there. And we've got trails nearby that we can just walk to, so. You know, go for a walk. Armadine, so you have to tell me what a CROR is. And I like Armageddon. It's a nice name. I like Armageddon. Start recording CSX trains. Oh, Canadian Railroad operating rules. So Armageddon, are you a conductor in training? Like, do you work for CN? Are you a conductor in training? Are you a I'm not sure what they call them now. Are you a attendant on the Via Rail car that's giving me wine? Are you an engineer? What are your, where are you at? Operate a rail grinder. Oh, those are so cool. The rail grinders are like a they're like a transformer type thing, you know, like they're this nasty machine that just, you know, all this technology and stuff that just chews the shit out of the rails, does all sorts of stuff, and you watch the videos of them and they're, you know. Where's Walker Yard? Did you mean Walkley Yard here in Ottawa, or where is Walker Yard? You know, if I was younger, I would like to either drive a truck or drive a train. And write and continue writing my books. Although I could probably somehow finagle it. Oh, I could be a lot. I could probably somehow finagle it so that I could go with a truck driver or go with a train driver and observe and write my books at the same time. Oh, Walker Yard in Edmonton. Oh, is it balmy in Edmonton? Armageddon, you should, if you want to, join my Discord and post some photos of the rail grinder up there. Here's the invite. Just if you want to, but just it would be interesting because they're I don't know, they're so cool. Unless they start a fire, in which case they're not cool, but you do trucking and riding if you drive, yeah, so oh, no personal cell phones related to any on any railway property. Oh, okay. What about a drone? Yeah. No, I was just wondering, like, if you had photos, or if you could just bring a camera with you. I don't know if you do. If you bring a camera with you, take photos of rail grinding, or, you know, stick a GoPro on a post, drive by it. It'd be cool to see. Yeah, Mickey, yeah. You do trucking and riding if you're able to drive? Yeah, I mean, it's harder to get to accompany a trucker or a train or whatever like this because of liability issues. When I was younger, in my teens, in the 60s, well, the early 60s, I would get rides from Kirkland Lake, like overnight, maybe 6 hours, whatever, from where I lived down to Toronto. Get a ride overnight, spend the day at the exhibition, and then get another ride back. But that was because A, my grandfather knew the owner of the trucking company, and B, nobody cared about insurance. Would they allow you to? Would you? Oh, okay. Well, Mickey, you could drive. You just do it. You just would crash into a lot of people. GoPro. I'm dead. And you could. So why don't you? Could you wear a GoPro for a shift? I mean, you'd have to edit it because there'd be a lot of, okay, here I'm doing this, here I'm doing that. But would they allow you to do that? Because that'd be really cool. You know, you'd have to edit out the shit out of it, but like a day in the life of a rail grinder. You know, do this, we got to fix this, you do this. You know, it'd be very cool. Have you ever rode a pump trolley? No. Not in real life. No, I have on YouTube. No, a pump trolley would be cool. I don't know, Armageddon. I wonder if you just approached your boss and said, so what I want to do is I want to make a video of my day. Well, yeah, here it is. I want to make a video of my day to explain to my parents what I do in the day in the life of a rail grinder. But I also would like to edit it so that you can use it as a promo for your company to attract people to the life of a rail grinder. So maybe you could do a spin on it as something they say, oh, that's good, and you're going to do this for free? Yeah, I'll do that for free. So maybe you could do it. Yeah, somebody who has a drone, but I mean the drone is, at some point the drone would be close to railway property, Mickey, and people would start freaking out trying to shoot it down or something, like, well, what's that drone doing? Because you'd really want to zoom in, and you'd want, you'd want, yes, promo training, you'd want Armageddon to actually be able to zoom, you know, we're grinding, so what, what we do is first we, okay, are we going to get a whistle thing? Because I think we have a, oh, it's a bridge. So you'd want to be able to, start off, here's what we do, okay, check this out, go down, adjust this, here we go, sort of a typical life in the day of, if they can't reword, secret government stuff going on, yeah. It's, it's possibly because of the conspiracy, but I don't know. If when in doubt, yes, Mickey, when in doubt, it's because of the conspiracy. Yeah, record, land fast, go away, yeah. I think in Canada, anyways, they are introducing legislation so that you have to have a license. If your drone is beyond a certain capability, you actually have to have a pilot's license for it and register it, which is good because there's been people who've been buzzing commercial airlines because they think it's cool. Just like people who use laser pointers because they think it's cool. Yeah. I know it's a whole industry that politicians, bless their souls, but a lot of them being old farts. Eldon Yard 1. Okay. Let's make sure I'm actually heading to Eldon Yard 1. Okay. Ah, ouch. Let's go back here. Sorry, folks. Center player. And we're coming into, I hope, Eldon Yard. The fuck is Eldon Yard 1? Sorry. TS, just a sec. I gotta check for Eldon. Yeah, I gotta check for Eldon Yard 1. Stop at Eldon Yard 1. Where the fuck is Eldon Yard 1? Oh, that one. Okay, that. Oh, fuck off. I hate it when it does that. That one? Jesus. You know, the mouse gets confused if I go too fast. Stop at Eldon Yard 1. So it's... Oh, I think I'm good. I think I'm good for Eldon Yard 1. I have bought Ancient Secret. I have bought, because it was on sale, there is progress in this, so calm down, calm down. Because it was on sale, I bought Train Sim World. And I'm doing, yes, thank you, Mickey, I'm doing the tutorials. So I didn't want to do the tutorials. I didn't want to stream the tutorials. It probably would be useful to stream the tutorials if I already had done the tutorials, but I just think it's annoying for people to watch somebody fumble through. But I've done the first tutorial twice because I couldn't figure out how the hell to do the brake. What the hell? Brakes properly. More brakes. Yeah, whatever. Online, dip on the train shaft. Yeah. Switches and heat drive. I know. Well, no. No, come on. Just because I'm old. I'm okay. TS2019, ETS, ATS, I'm good. TS2, I'm not going to do... Okay, so Farm Sim is off the table. Really. It's just too... Oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button there. What am I doing here? I'm doing... Damn it. Eldon Yard 1. Okay. Very little to do besides chit chat. Yeah. I do not have the latest one. I think I have 2018. My problem with Train Sim is there's such a... With Farm Sim, there's such a learning curve. I don't know if I could do that. Or subject people to it. Nice thing about Farm Sim is you can cooperate. You know, I go in, I plow a field, you go in, you plant it, somebody else goes in, harvests it. You know, I go in and pick up the bales or whatever like this, so... so I think I have... well, okay, let me look. So, why the hell not? Why not look? So, let me look and see what I have in... '17. I have 17, my friends. Yes, Mickey, I have 17 too. What's my best game? Oh, ETS 2. Are we waiting for like we've got let me see what we're supposed to do here. Stop at Eldon Yard 1. Well, we're in Eldon Yard 1. Where the hell do we stop? I guess once we get the ass end of the train in, or the ass end. Yeah, once we get the ass end over those two switches, we're in Eldon Yard 1. Oh, there's a counter. I'm, you know, the thing is, Mickey, I'm okay with farming. I mean, I have friends who farmed. I sort of know about farming, so I mean, I would appreciate the help, but I sort of could figure it out. But it's just the logistics of spending all this time trying to figure out, you know, I'm gonna fertilize this field and do this and that, and then I don't know. And then there's the problem with going up and down and up and down and up and down a field. It takes a while. So I don't know. Yeah, if there was a train sim world, let's put some brakes on it. Just stop here. What do we got? Let's just load in some brake. Oh, damn it! I hate it when that happens. This thing just wanders off into space. Yeah. Oh, help me farm. Yes. Yeah, well, that's what I like about the multiplayer in this, is you can help people farm. You know, I'll do this field. Okay, so I got to do this field. I'll come back later, and I guess we need more breaks. Really, we're sort of at the end of this. Oh, well, my logo, well, if you follow me, sorry, if you subscribe to me, I've got a emote, which is a picture of a raven. And it's okay, you know, it's a little picture of Raven. It's a little emote you get if you subscribe, you know, whoopie-doo. But yeah, no, a logo would be nice. Thank you, because I started this a year ago, and I didn't think I'd be getting into this much, but I got ETS and ATS, and now Train Sim, and then TSW, and yeah, advertise. I appreciate it. So I'm reading the screen. Great run, guys. Going to shut it down. Mike and Bill will take over wherever they are and head to Calgary. Go home after your paper's finished up. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for playing this on the series. Yeah, this is the end of like a 17-part scenario or something like this, so it's cool. And again, it's either up or down. Down is it crashed, and up is it didn't crash, really. So friends, thank you very much. Thank you for your ideas. I'm going to check out that let me go. What's it called again? Tell me again. T region. Damn. What was the thing in Netherlands? T region. Okay, I found it. So I'll take a peek at T region after. But thank you very much for viewing, folks. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the ideas. Logo be cool. You know, my brand is sort of, well, my brand is kind of a Bob Ross thing. So T-Region, I'll take a peek. So thank you, folks, and good night. And we'll see you possibly somewhere in the weekend.